Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back, and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have 3 fixed blades, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're going to get into these in real quick-like fashion. Remember, I always have links down in the description and in the pinned comment where you can go check out any of the knives in the channel, the things that you've seen. And also, I have discount codes to a bajillion different places, and I have knife sharpening supplies, all kinds of cool stuff down in the description. And if you don't know how to get there, hey, come join us every Friday night. Beez Blades live at the Hive. Oh, right. That's where we talk about all of these knives. Everything you see on my channel, that's where we get to interact. If you have questions, things like that. And if you have comments, make sure you make a comment on this video. And don't forget, you always hear YouTubers say, hit the thumbs up button. Well, it's because it's important. If you don't, then YouTube's like, nobody cares. So this right here, I've shown this one other time, so I'm not going to spend as much time on this one, but this is the Ketchikan by Russ Comer. Would you look at this? I mean, just look at that. I need to wipe it off. I need to get a little thingy so I can wipe it off. Let me do that. Now, I've been asked, why don't you do more fixed blades? I do a lot of fixed blades on the channel. It's just they're usually mixed in with other videos or other knives. This particular video, we're going to do 3 fixed blades. Now, check it out. Look at this. Anchorage, Alaska, baby. And this is very nice. I love the feeling on it. Of course, it's a full tang, and it's D2 steel, and it's, I mean, it is dreamy. Dreamy in the hand. It feels so nice. And let's see if I can get you in there. There's no texture that you can feel, but it's paper micarta at its finest. Look at that. You can kind of see the grain structure in there just a little bit. And by the way, this is a leather sheath. It's not the fake leather. This is the grain leather, and it does fit very nicely into this sheath. It holds it in there. It has good retention. It doesn't move around. And you know, if you like to wear it that style, and I know that I'm not a a fixed blade aficionado, but I do like the smaller fixed blades like this. Now let me give you a couple quick size comparisons. Here's what it looks like next to the CJRB Pyrite Light, and then here is the QSP Penguin, because everybody needs a Penguin, right? Now you see it's not a big giant fixed blade. I imagine if you got a little Kydex sheath or something for it, it could even be a necker. We got a necker in here, and let's put one more up here just so you know. There is the Civivi Elementum. So see, it's not a big giant knife, but slicey as all get out. Oh my gosh, the edge that came on this thing has a very nice grind to it. So it's comfortable. It's gonna be, you know, I don't have to worry about fit and all of that stuff. The finish is very nice. Nice polished nice polished blade on this. Now, let's go ahead and get into this next one. Like I said, I've shown you this one, so we can talk more about this one on the live stream, and I'll have links down there where you can check all this stuff out. Now, let's do we want to look at this karambit? Y'all recognize this dude right here? You know what? Let's save the karambit for last. Let's go to this bad boy right here. Now, I don't know if you are familiar with Dead Fish Co. or not, but this one is very cool, very cool. I've already had it out. I've already been playing with it, already been checking it out. Now, check out this blade. Look at this. This is the Dead Fish Co. McCrae. Would you look at it? I mean, just look at it and all of its McCrae-ness. And boy, is that not a very nice, you know, I don't see a lot of fixed blades that look like this. And check out what they did with those wood handles. It's olive wood, Italian olive wood, and it has very nice, I don't know what you'd call that, knurling, you know, kind of like they do the rock pattern. It's a little bit difficult to see because I don't have a whole lot of shadowing right now. But when you have this in your hand, you can feel the edge right here. The edges aren't chamfered off. So right here on the edges, you are going to feel it. It's very tactile. And then me personally, when I'm holding it like this in the back of my hand, I am feeling this spot right here, the edge of this. But the nice thing about it, it's wood. You could get a piece of sandpaper and just slightly, just 2 or 3 passes, I think, would make that a lot softer. Because get you in here, see how it's kind of 90 degree-ish? You could chamfer that off yourself just a little bit. it. And you do have a place for a lanyard back here. It's a full tang. It's VG10. The Rockwell is, the HRC is 60 to 62 HRC on it. And the back of it, you are going to be able to use this if you're going to use a, a little ferro rod action to start a fire. So that's very cool. This one right here, I kind of like the tacticalness of it, kind of mixed in with the bush craftiness of it. It's just the only thing for me with my hand, and my hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. This gives you an idea of the size of my hand. So if your hand is anywhere around a large size glove width, then you're going to feel this back edge. So that's a warm spot. Other than that, I like the looks of it. I like the feel of it. And this would be, oh man, you could do some scraping. Like when you have this in your hand, you really want to cut something. It's just the only drawbacks would be, those edges. Now, sometimes I do enjoy the tactile feel, where I can feel edges and it feels good in my hand. It feels good. If I'm not using the knife a lot and I just have it because I'm a knife collector, because that's what a lot of us do. We get knives that we're not really going to use for the purpose they were made for, just because we like knives. We like to just look at it. We like to just look at them. Now this one, the blade length is 3.5 inches and your handle length is 4.13 inches. And just a quick size comparison, this is what it looks like next to the QSP Penguin. And then here is the Civivi Elementum. So that's what it looks like next to those. Now, let's get this wicked one out here, and then we'll put them all three together. And I guess I did get ahead of myself. Here's the leather sheath that comes with it. Nice and thick. Let me see. I can't smell anything, but then again, I can't hardly smell anything regularly anyway. I prefer a sheath like this over like a Kydex, because I like it to be able to move around and not be super stiff. I'm not liking a stiffy on my belt. So I personally prefer something like this because it has a little bit of give when I sit down. It can move back and forth, but it does have good retention. It fits in there. It's not going to come out. And let's see, does it have, yeah, it does say dead fish, and it's not DEAD, it's DED. All right, now let's get this wicked karambit out. Now I know there's a lot of people that carry, look at that. Would you just look at him? I have had the pleasure of meeting this gentleman. That was a lot of fun. But there's a lot of you that do carry knives for the purpose of self-defense, and I'm thinking that might be what this is for. It has a 90-degree blade, and this handle, what is this stuff called? It's PP and TPE over mold handle. So if you know what that is, then you know what it is. You ready to see this blade? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. I got to wipe this bad boy off too. Look at this. Are you having a fantastic day? Do you love checking out knives? And something that's kind of neat about this one, besides being, self-defense-y, it also has this right here. It has a 90-degree edge on the top. That way you can still use this on a ferro rod. A little scrapey, scrape. But here's a look at your blade. It's D2 steel. It is a full tang. Your overall length's 8.15 inches. Your blade length's 3.15 inches. And, if you like a little swing to eviscerate a bag of potato chips or eviscerate an Amazon box, it is comfortable in the hand. It's very lightweight. I mean, it's not heavy at all. It's probably due to this material. And let me get you in here. Let you see what's going on. We do have, I guess you would call that jimpy. A little bit of milling going on back there. It's comfortable like this. If you were going to be cutting anything like this, I guess you could put your pinky in there. This is what it looks like in my hand if you're holding it in this fashion. I don't do self-defense with knives, but this is what it looks like. There's no jimping up here on this. Hey, tell me, what is this loop called? Is that called something in particular? I have several karambits. I don't use them. I don't carry them. Although, I have a couple times when I was doing some cutting and opening up some bags of mulch, which literally that's what I would use this for myself, is opening up like bags of dirt, bags of mulch and things like that. That is pretty cool. I know there's a lot of folks that are really into them, and they might not even carry them for self-defense, but they carry them because they like the looks of them. They're collectors. That's what some folks don't understand when they make comments on my videos. They're like, why would I ever do that? Or why would I pay for that? Well, it's not for you. Here's a look at the sheath. And the sheath is, I believe it's the same injected molding. It's an injected molded sheath. I don't know if that means that it's Kydex or not. It doesn't quite sound or feel like Kydex. And then here is, let's see, It does have very strong stops. Okay, I will say that I have quite a few that this right here is very weak. This one is not. You really have to push it to change the direction. So that I can appreciate, because some of the ones I had, they just go and they just move all over the place. So I would say that is a plus. And the retention is really good. It's not moving. You can't feel any movement. You could have this, you could carry this upside down on your backpack or whatever, and you don't have to take your belt off to put it on your belt. So that's a plus. So there you go. There is the K-Tac Karambit, and then here is the Dead Fish McCrae, and then where'd I put that other one? Here it is. Found it! This is the limited edition Catch-A-Can by Russ Comer. And I'll have the link down there where you can go check all of these out and see, you know, what versions they are and see what else is offered. And here's the thing, is this is, you know, it's a newer company to me, is BattleBox. And they have like subscriptions where you can get various, all kinds of coolness, all the cool stuff, right? I mean, I kind of inclined to say the cool guy stuff, but there's a lot of gals that are into this stuff just as equally. So just the real cool EDC gear, you can have it shipped to you every month. They have, I mean, you could go all the way up to premium. You can have premium knives that you don't know what they are, and they're going to show up every month. And that's a pretty cool thing. But these are ones that are exclusives that I can put in the video that you don't have to be a member of BattleBox to get. So let me know if you have a favorite. We'll talk about these on the live stream. Now go watch this video or go watch that video. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or at the Hive stream, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.